A new report from the Better Business Bureau has just released the top scams that are happening right now in Canada and the U.S. Those scams involved online purchases, employment, cryptocurrency, home improvement, and advanced fee loans. For a closer look at how these scams are happening and how you can avoid them, technology analyst Carmi Levy is joining us from London, Ontario this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
I was surprised by a couple of these. According to the data, 31.9% of reports had to do with online purchases, which is, what people got used to, especially during lockdowns. How is the increased use of services like online shopping affecting the nature of these scams, first of all?
Well, we've shifted our lives digitally thanks to the pandemic. Most of us, we purchase things online far more often. We use services like Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, eBay, things like that. Or we sell things online. We become a lot more comfortable with these platforms. And as the pandemic moves more into our rear view, we're kind of sticking with it. And of course, cyber criminals know this. They go where we are. So that's kind of what's happening. Because more of our activity, our digital lives are shifting into this space, the criminals are following us here, and we're seeing those numbers go up simply because this is where the opportunity lies for them, unfortunately.
The second one was new to me. It's second most risky. It's called employment fraud. How does it work, and then what happens that allows people to be scammed?
Well, you'll get an email or a message in LinkedIn from out of the blue from someone saying, hey, you look like a really great match for this job. Just click on this link and then, fill out the application process. And how many of us have filled out job applications in the past? We don't give a second thought to handing over all of this private information to a potential employer because, well, we know them, we trust them. And of course, it's a much better job. The dollar figures are better. Everything is perfect. And so, of course, we do that. There is no job. We've just essentially handed over our private information to a scammer. We don't get attacked immediately, though. That's the sort of the thing. What they do is they then take that information and then they'll use it for future identity theft attacks. They'll sell it to other criminals. It'll go on the dark web. So it's one of those insidious kinds of crimes that because of the pandemic, because more of us have gone online and are looking for jobs during the day because we can, we're not in an office. Again, this is happening far more often, and the tools that they're using to convince us that they're legit, they're getting better. And it's harder to tell the legitimate recruiters from the non-legitimate ones.
Well, and that's the point I'm glad that you made, because they really do look like legitimate sites. It's why it's ranked so high, even next to the third one, right? This report also found that consumer susceptibility to being scammed has dropped by close to 5%. So we're getting savvier, but the median amount of money that people are losing is going up. Can you explain that?
Sure. This is a business, and they are getting better. The criminals are getting better at prosecuting their business. Their tools are becoming more sophisticated. They're going after a bigger game. They realize that you and I are far more willing to be duped. It's a lot easier to dupe consumers because if the logo looks right, the graphics look right, the copy looks right, it's a lot easier for us to open up, share our data, do an online payment without our suspicions being aroused. And so that really is the key here, is that they figure if I'm going to invest a certain amount of time as a criminal in going after someone, I'm going to go after a bigger game and I'm going to ask for more money. And as we see year after year after year, those individual dollar figures per attack continue to go up. And I don't think that trend is going to stop anytime soon.
Carmi Levy, good to dig into that report and to make sure that people are aware. Thanks so much for joining us.
Appreciate it, Anne-Marie. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.